All right, everybody, let's go ahead and jump into this. Let's get started. On our Monday night training, guys. Let's get started. Just getting home, getting stuff situated. I was on the road all day today. Y'all saw that on. All right, so we told everybody that we had something that we wanted to share with you. First, I want to say thank you to all. Thank you to everybody who registered for the free trial registration. We had it going from February 1st to February 8th. However, we are closed now. We're at capacity. So there's no more registration. We cut it off. I think it was yesterday. We cut it off. So any emails received after yesterday, we just got to get to them, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot of excitement about the EA. So we told you guys that we had something new that was going to make it a lot easier, going to make this a lot easier to manage. And again, we always say this on our Zooms. If you are not looking to manage the EA, this is not for you. I got to say it again. If you're not looking to manage this EA, it is not for you. As you see, we started another small account. We like to start small accounts because we want to make sure that people can see it can grow from it can grow from a small account using the methods that we're showing. We all know that when we trade, even on Eric B's trainings, and the video in our back office, support resistance trend lines, right? Support resistance trend lines, guys. All right, trend lines. That's when price is trending. That's when we look to trade. When price is consolidating, that's normally when we most traders look to stay out of the market, right? So we just turned the EA on about 8 o'clock now, about 7:20, 7:25. Something like that, because the market was consolidating all yesterday when the market opened up Sunday. All the pairs were doing this right here. Everybody knows this is consolidation. Can you trade it? Yes, top to bottom, you can trade it. However, we just want to stay out of consolidation. We want to do when price is doing what? Trending, going, starting to move in either direction, up or down. All right, so we have come up with an easier method. And it's something that you can do on your cell phone, MT5, what's the Trading View, MT4. It's something you can do very quickly. When price is trending, you can draw a trend line. How many rejections does it normally take to confirm a trend line? Does anybody know? If anybody knows, put it in the chat box. How many rejections does it normally take? And if you've been on Eric B's training, then you should know. Vince says 2. Anybody agree with him? Anybody disagree with him? Let me know. Iris says it takes 3 rejections to form a trend line. Okay. Everybody's saying 2. We got a few people in there saying 2. Florence A. Don. Okay. Iris says 3. The correct answer is 2, guys. Yes, it takes 2 confirmed rejections. So we got our start right here, right? We got a rejection here. Price went up. Back down. 1 rejection. Now, if price was just sitting on the trend line going up like this, it's not really rejections, is it? So if we had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 candles right here. So if we had all 10 candles sitting on the trend line, it may be a good trend line because price hadn't broke, but we look for rejections to confirm price got away from it and came back to it and still didn't break. When price is just sitting on it, it's not really rejections. So we want price to actually leave the trend line and go up. So that's 1 rejection, went up, came back down, and we got our 2nd rejection. So that is a nice confirmed trend line on the hour. Where's the time frame? On the hour over here, right? Okay, so we got that situated. That's it, guys. That's how we're going to determine whether or not we stay in trades, by the trend line, right? We don't want to trade in consolidation, even though we just had another trade come through NZD Chef. Let's go look really quick. NZD Chef.
Can I ask you something?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
What made you all make the change?
It's always been 2.
Oh, okay.
It's always been 2 rejections. Right, so we can come in. Can we draw a trend line? We can draw a trend line right here. 1 went up, 2, 3. Price is constantly going up. Now, this is right here, you know, we got to kind of watch, guys, because we do have resistance right here, right? But can we get something out of it? Now, when we look for trends, we look for what? Higher highs, higher lows, correct? It's not forming higher highs and higher lows right here, right? It's kind of, you know, forming higher lows, but it's that resistance right here. But where we got when prices in, it's only about 8 or 9 pips. Well, you know, in reality, we will probably just close that trade. But I'm gonna try to get 8 pips out of it, 7 or 8 pips out of it. And I'll let Eric B speak more on that part right there, because this is the touchy one, right?
No, let me go ahead and speak on that. We will close that trade.
Okay.
There's no need. 8 pips is not worth our time.
All right, so there you go, guys. 8 pips is not worth that. That's right.
And that's the thing that we're doing. We're making it simple. You don't have to question. If it's not a trend, like you said, you got to have a trend line, 2 rejections or more to confirm, and it has to be creating higher highs, higher lows. If it's not doing that and it takes its trade, we close it. All right. Just to kind of give you guys, just like right there, that's what we want. We want trends like that over there to the left. When it's going up, our EA will be putting us in trades like that, going up, and that's what we want. When it starts going, it's just, it's on the 1 hour. That's the new thing that we did. And let me get into that. I'm glad you said that, Abe. One thing about the 4 hour, guys, I'm gonna do this straight up. Kirk knows this. I'm pretty straightforward. I really wasn't it. You know, everybody knows I'm more of a top-down analysis, manual type of trader. Kirk kind of put the EA, and it's been a challenge. It really become a challenge for me to figure it out. It makes sense. It's like I can figure this out and see if I can make this work for myself and for other people. So it's been a challenge for me to try to figure out something. So we was on the 12 hour, we're on the 4 hour. And honestly, last Tuesday, Wednesday, the 4 hour works. And you can probably see, like, I think like Patrick, he'll tell you he ran it. And some of you guys is probably running. And we didn't do a lot of management with it. So, and it's hard to see a lot of the consolidation on a 4 hour, because you got to think about it, you got a 4 hour candle. So it's hard to see. You could have 30 pips or 40 pip pullback in one candle. So it's hard to see. So last Tuesday, and I'm just being straight, as honest as I can be. Last Tuesday, we was ready to shut it down, because the one thing, and Kurt will tell you, I'm like this, I'm not putting my name out there on something that I feel like you can't be very successful at, if that makes sense. It was okay. You could make money. And when I say that, let me back up. A trader with a skill set, you can make money with the 4 hour or whatever. What we're gonna have is the average person that don't know a lot about trading. So they're not gonna understand, and they're gonna have to rely on us every call, every move for every decision. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, Kurt, I mean, if I don't like it, you know, it's been this success. What you think the average person gonna do? They're gonna fail at it. So I came up with, let's go down to the 1 hour. The 1 hour, you guys can see, is very obvious to see trends. Very obvious. When the EA puts you in a trade, you mark it with a trend line. If it's trending, you keep it. If it's in consolidation, you close it. It's that simple. Like right here, this is a sale. Guess what? Is it trending down? Yes, it is. You keep it. It's creating lower lows, lower highs. You see how simple that is? But if you go to the 4 hour, which I don't want you to go to now, but if anybody got their trading view, if you go to the 4 hour, you don't see any of that. You don't see any of that, because it's 4 hour candles and it's hard for you to train your eye. So, you know, the average person to come in there to catch that. Well, you can see it on that one a little bit. Yeah, well, I don't know. It's right in there. The trend that we're looking at is right in there with them 4 candles right there, to be honest. Like going to the left, in there somewhere. So you can't really see a lot of the details on the 4 hour. So that's why we went down to the 1 hour, where it's obvious. I mean, you can see that's an obvious downtrend. So if the EA calls a sale, AUD, NZD for a sale, you already know we keeping it. If it calls anything, once price breaks out, the trend line and start consolidating, if the EA calls buys or sells and consolidation, we automatically close it. We killing the market like that. And then this is the other thing. I'm in the process right now trying to figure out with the coder if we can take out a lot of the consolidate, like for example, Kirk, mark that consolidation at the top there. Just any of that. I'm working with them. So when the market starts doing this, and right now, honestly, right now, when we take these buys and sales, we manually close them because it's consolidated. I'm trying to get something coded where when it's in consolidation, it's not going to take the trade. That's less trades we got to close. So that's another piece of it. But this right here is just simple. It's just a trend line. If the trade is trending, you keep it with a trend line. If it's above, if it's selling, price should be creating lower lows, lower highs below the trend line. If it's buying, price should be above your trend line, creating higher highs, higher lows. That's it. If it's consolidating, going sideways, and it puts you in a buy or sell, you what? Close it. It's that simple, guys. All we're doing is trading trends. And it's very simple on the 1 hour. That's why we changed it. And the reason we changed it, because if we didn't change it, we wouldn't be doing AEA, period. Because I was not going to do something that I really felt like the average trader is not going to get. Can I take the 4? I can make money on the 12 hour. I can make money on the 4 hour. I can make money because I'm a trader. And so a lot of you guys up here, a handful of you guys probably can do the same thing. But guess what? Half the people that come over here is not going to know a lot about trading. Let's just be honest. And they're going to get caught trying to do this and do that, and we're trying to help them. Here, it's very simple. If they get on the call, get on the training, it's very simple to understand the trend line. Very, very simple to understand the trend line. All right. Did you go to OddCAD? Did you show that one?
Yeah, I think that's when we was at. That's one. Yeah.
Okay, OddCAD. Did you show Odd Swiss franc? I think that was one.
That's the one we was consolidating right there.
Yeah, but we over here for the sale. It was consolidated, but now you see guys on the right side, it's creating lower lows, lower highs. So we're gonna keep that. So that's really the gist of the trade. The only piece that I'm trying to make better is once price start going sideways, we have something that will not put us in trades that we have to manually close. Majority, you know what I'm saying? Right now, we'll be honest. We probably out of, and depends on also how many trades you have. I mean, how many pairs you have open. Last week I did, I think I had 23 pairs open, and I may have done like 42 trades that day. And I may have closed about 15 manual close. As soon as it got in and it was consolidating, I closed it right away. So instead of letting something hit my stop loss, and just say if I'm using I'm doing a dollar lot size, and this is also too we're doing 30 pips stop loss, 20 pip take profit. We're getting in and out, in and out, in and out, and I probably had out of those 42 trades, I may have only had 3 hit my stop loss, because when you with the trend, it's probably gonna hit take profit, and when it's consolidating, if you get out, you don't even give it a chance to hit your stop loss. Make sense? It's very simple. Very simple. And I think do you guys think you guys can learn that, or do you think it's hard? You tell me. This is for you guys. Anybody? Questions or comments?
Are you guys sending out a new set file for this?
Oh yeah. Wednesday, everything will be going out with everybody. We're starting a free month. That's the reason why we went on ahead and changed, because then that way everybody has a free month to see if they can do it and see how it works. And also we will be doing a lot more management, telling you in the signal. And we'll be honest, we didn't do a lot of management with the 4 hour. We did not go over there and tell you, like, now we already see we putting in here closed pound, closed USD CAD, all that kind of stuff. We're gonna start doing a better job doing that. And the reason why, because the 4 hour was a little tough to see things, because it was a 4 hour. It's not like top down. It's very different from top down analysis. We trade off zones. If you catch things in zones, it's very easy to call that trade. But when the EA calls a trade and it's off the zone and in the middle of something, you may get a retracement. It's hard to control that, if that makes sense. And so to me, you know, I like to know exactly what's going on. So that's why I felt like the 4 hour, yeah, you went in, you get, you know, like you said, you guys saw Patrick. I was working with Patrick while he was doing his. You win 150, he was up 270, I think 300 the most. Then he lost it all the way back to 180 or something like that. Then he down to 100. Then he goes back up. Then he comes back. But it was no management, to be honest. It was just strictly letting it run. You know what I'm saying? So we're like, we have to have some type of management where you guys can visually see it and it makes sense. So just like right here, Kirk, put a line across right there with that, with the consolidation all the way across. And this is the stuff that I'm talking about. The EA will call trades in there. So when EA calls a buy or sell in there, what do you guys think we're doing?
Closing it.
There you go.
Yep.
It has to be trending. The only trades that we keep, if it's above a confirmed trend line for a buy, or is below a confirmed trend line for a sale. It's that simple. And if I can get the coder to code where I can get some of those consolidation trades deleted or less, even then it's like taking candy from a baby almost. But that's what we're working on now. But we still gonna release everything else so you guys can get familiar with it and do whatever. But it's very, I mean, it's very simple, guys. Any questions?
Is this only going to be on the MT4 or will you
We got MT4, MT5. I think, Kirk, don't you have the?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we already got the set files for both already.
Yep.
and
yeah.
you'll be running the trade management on both of those, the
No,
recommendations?
no. Let me make sure you ask it's like, let me make sure you understand this. If our master account is MT4, that's what we run. If
Okay.
you're running MT5, there will be a variance in some trades. That's it, period. There's nothing perfect. There's no way we're gonna run two MT4 accounts and MT5 accounts, because this is the reason why. And the reason we changed it, because it's like this, guy, you can't make everybody happy. When we made everybody, when Kirk suggested and made everybody go to MT5, everybody was mad. Why can't I use my own? Why I can't use my own broker? Why I can't use this? Why I can't use that? So this time I said, Kirk, just give those people an option. So if they got MT4, they don't have to change it. So with that said, we're not going to do extra work because you want to keep an MT4, MT5. If they're, like I said, we tested it. They may be a 20% variance. You're not going to get every trade. We may put out an MT4. Our MT4 may put out a trade, and you didn't get it. But then again, your MT5 may put in a trade that we didn't get. But it shouldn't be no more than about 20% of the time variance in those type of trades. And it's just because brokers. But think about, and I'm just to ask you a question, how hard would that, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but from $100 trying to manage an MT4, the MT5 to make sure everybody's working, you know, that's an operator. And I'm not an operator. And you don't pay me enough to do that. I don't think so, unless you want to pay us more. Does that make sense? I want to make sure you guys understand the reason why. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Hey, Eric,
Yes.
so how much more would we have to pay you?
You
700.
won't, because we're not going to let you pay anymore because we're not going to do it.
Period.
That's a job. I don't want a job.
Summertime coming for Eric.
I mean, I'm just being straight up. So there's no way, because I heard that question a couple of times. We can't keep up with everything, guys. If we got a master account of MT4, you got an MT5, just realize they may be some difference. And that is why we're going to teach you how to manage it. And then this is the other part, guys, the rules. We're only, oh yeah, this is the other part, and I've almost forgot. You only run this when you're able to manage the trade.
Right.
We turn it off when you go to bed. That's the other part about it. It puts you in so many trades. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, some of you guys that work during the day and you don't have a chance to look at it, your phone or anything, don't have it on. Wait till you come home at 7 o'clock and run it until you go to bed. I guarantee you, you make some money. The only way you don't make money if it's consolidated, which nobody's making money. But if you only want to run it at night, from you come home at 7 till you do whatever around the house, and you get an alert, and you keep it whatever, and you say, okay, let me check it out. You home, you comfortable, you can do whatever you want to do at the house, right? Not saying you don't have to sit in front of your computer, you don't have to do anything like that. You just do it when you're at home. So I want everybody, so you don't be stressed out. Like I'm at the work, I can't manage. No, wait till you get home. And I guarantee you, I'll challenge anybody. Just do it when you get home from 7 to 8. Well, I know some of you guys stay up at 11 to 12. Just let it run till you go to bed and turn it off. And this is the other part. If you're in 2 trades, say you got 3 trades open and they all confirmed trend trades, turn the EA off and let those trades run. Just as long as the EA don't put you in new trades that you can't manage. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yep.
Not just you.
Eric,
I want
Yes.
somebody else to say it.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's very simple. So now it takes the worry out of you. Oh, I can't see, I can't manage, I can't. And then you can turn it. I now know some of you guys probably trade London. If we may not be up, but if you get up at 3 o'clock or 2:30, you trade London, turn your EA on. Because by then, you should understand the rules and know how to manage your EA. So only turn your EA on when you're able to be able to look at and it's very simple, guys. Like I was telling Kirk the other day, I was at, we was doing it, and I'm at last week, and I was at the DMV in the line waiting, and I just had a couple trades came through. I looked at it, I'm like, no, I don't like that. Another one came through, yeah, I like that. I'm in line at DMV trying to wait to get in. You know how that's going, so it's not that hard. But if you have a job where you can't even look at your phone, you don't need to have your EA on, period. Because if you get in trades that's not trending, you're gonna lose money.
and
Go
Eric,
ahead, question.
yeah, and just a suggestion. If you, being that we dropping down from the 4 hour to the 1 hour,
Mhm.
that means that it's going to put us in a lot more trades than the 4 hours. So, just a suggestion: when you're just starting off, I wouldn't suggest doing a whole bunch of pairs in the beginning.
Yeah,
And
we
just
was
work
gonna get
your way up to see what is comfortable for you to manage in the
Yeah.
beginning, and then work your way up.
Yeah, we was gonna get to that.
Oh.
We was only recommend 15 pairs. If that's too much, then you do 10 pairs, like Patrick said. That's another thing. This thing here, you can control everything about this. You're sitting around looking at us, waiting on us. It's all about you. Where are you in your life? How much do you work a day? How much? But this is also an opportunity to have a tool that you can turn on whenever you have a chance and trade and make money. Do you guys see the blessing in this? You understand what I'm saying? Because I know everybody always, I don't have time, I don't have this. If you come home, if you're in the house, you got time. You don't have to sit in the computer. You can be downstairs doing homework for the kids, doing something for work. You get alert on your phone, look, oh, I'm in this trade, let me look at it right quick. 1 minute, minute and a half, yes, no, keep it moving. That's it. Some of you guys don't even have to trade during the day. Just trade it at night. And then if you guys will have a lot of time during the day, then trade it during the day. That's what, and then like I said, if you go to bed at night, then you ain't got to worry about it. Only let trades that's already running, that's trending before you go to bed, let them run, but turn your EA off. That way you're not put in new trades. This thing, I'm telling you, you can't, and I don't like to say guarantee, but if you follow the directions, you can't lose if you follow directions.
Yep.
If the only way you start losing, if you start letting trades go in, you don't follow management, you don't look at it, and you just want it to run. And you just do nothing. You just kind of let it go, kind of like we did the 4 hour, to be honest. We did a bad job, and I'm one of those. Hey, you guys know I talk a lot of trash or junk, but I call it, like I said, we did a terrible job managing the EA because we were trying to focus on the best the best strategy and all that. So we kind of lay back on the management part. That's my fault on that.
One thing,
And I
one
admit
thing I,
that because I was so focused on trying to get it to be better, I wasn't focused on the management. But now this is it, guys. This is it. Only thing, we're gonna stay on the 1 hour because I believe you guys can visually understand it and it's a lot easier. And only part, like I said, the only part that we may end up doing another set file if the guy can code it where he can take us out when it's trending. I mean, when it's consolidating, it will take us, it won't take any trades. If we can get that added, then that's the only part that's gonna be added. Other than that, you just, like today, if everybody, I don't know who looked at their charts today. Who looked at their charts today? Anybody?
Of course.
Anybody went through their pairs? How many pairs
Yeah.
you think was consolidating today? Thank you. So guess what we did? 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, I think, Kirk. I said, Kirk, just turn it off.
Yep.
So we turned our EA off like 8, 9 o'clock this morning. We went through all the pairs. Everything was consolidated. So we just turned, so you see where I'm going with this. This is all about the knowledge, applying it to the EA to take advantage and put yourself in position to capitalize. That's the name of the game. We have the strategy that's gonna put you in decent trades. It's just the consolidation part that we have to close. That's the management part. We have to close the consolidation because when it's in consolidation, what is it? It's a coin flip. We don't really know which way it's gonna go, right? It could go up, could go down. We don't know. All right. So any questions? I hope that makes sense, guys.
one thing I like to say about it, is I know a lot of people on here are used to EAs that run 24/7, and they're probably saying, well, I got EAs run 24/7, but how many of them are still working after a year, 2 years? I've never seen any go 2 years without blowing the accounts. And that's because when the market switches or when the market does consolidate, that's when they start to lose or it flips. With this one right here, we just starting it, but the strategy of only trading it when it's trending seems like it doesn't matter how the market flips. If it's trending, it's trending. No matter when, if it was every pair was selling, now they're all buying, the market flips or whatever, trend is a trend. So as long as we manage it, we don't have to do anything as far as is updating software and like that. It's always going to be either trending or not trending. So most EAs, where they say run them 24/7, it's just not feasible to do that. Let's go see what GU says right quick. We just got an alert on GU and the trade for, what is that? For GU sell. See, right here it's kind of going sideways, guys. So we just want to, it's just going sideways, right? So we just want to go ahead and shut that one.
Why don't you take a chance? You see how easy that is? If it's not if you can't draw a trend line that's creating higher highs, higher lows, or lower lows, lower highs, you just close it. It's that simple. If you start trying to create your own
trend lines on this one anywhere.
Yeah. The only way we will get in that sale, it will have to break down and come back to the trend line, and then the EA will probably put us in another sale. And then that is established what? Trend. Correct?
Can't get to
if it creates another low and come back to the trend line. That will be established. Right now, it just went down, created one broke structure a little bit, and just kind of sat there, rejected, and came back to the trend line. So it's not really a trend yet.
Eric, can you say that again?
Say what again?
When you said the only way you'll get in it is if.
All right, no, this is what I'm Kirk, draw the trend line all the way down. All the way down, keep going.
And my MT4 keeps locking up somehow.
All right, go all the way down. All right, so right now, it just became a established confirmed trend line. So for us to get in, Kirk, draw a line from where price is down. Yep, stop right there.
Well,
you gotta let
if I can draw a line down like this.
All right, it had to go down, come back to the trend line, and and then once it gets there, our EA will put us in what? For a sale. So now you got the two confirmations and you got a well-established what? Trend. So you're gonna keep that. Make sense?
Yeah.
Everything's it has to be trending. All you guys got a picture. All you have to do is picture from left to right. Price got to be going. If it's buying, it got to be going from left to right up. You know, just going up with and above a trend line. Everybody should know trend line is pretty basic, right? I mean, everybody, if you've been around Forex, you should be able to draw a trend line. And if the EA puts you in a trade and you can't draw a confirmed trend line, then you don't need to be in that trade. You know what I'm saying? Like right there, that would have been a nice, like right there on that third. Now come down right there. You know, you go down, you had 2 rejections, and it came right there and rejected. And if the EA put us in right there, that third rejection, we would have kept it because why? That was the third rejection off the trend line. Kirk, mark the rejection so people understand. Start all the way.
Trying to find out where I can use it. This right here, I gave it.
Oh.
Trying to see what that
Eric.
is. I don't know what that is.
Yes.
Hey,
I don't know what to use the market with.
when you're saying,
Just do a small, just a small one. Yeah. What was that question?
yeah,
I don't know.
when you're saying the third, when the pair hits the trend line at the
Mhm.
third mark, it's an entry. We confirm on 2.
The way we have the EA set up, most likely you will get an entry there somewhere around.
Right. I was just about to say, because that's what the GU gave him an entry.
Yeah,
because-
but it's the third one.
But I know, but that's why I just wanted to,
Oh, okay.
it gave it the entry because it's 2 there, but we get in on the third.
On the third one.
He's
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a
mhm.
minute. It sounds like it's not giving us an entry based on rejections on the trend line, though. That's not how the EA is working. It's not giving us entry because
Well-
it rejected.
Well, it's doing market structure, right?
It's close, but
Close.
not.
Yeah.
It's
but
close,
it's
but
not.
not
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
can't give it
because
away.
it's
either.
like this. It's just like, all right, draw the trend line on the pound USD. I like this question. Draw the trend line on pound USD. All right. So right there, it gave us a sale. But
Yeah.
anybody that knows top down analysis, are we getting in on that sale?
No, it's too early. It's too early. Mhm.
Now
too
you
early.
come back over here to the left. This is a trend line, and it puts us in somewhere on the third. Are we gonna let
Right.
that?
Where he marked.
What's that?
Where
No,
he
not
marked.
the third one. The third rejection. Move down.
Oh,
Yeah, well, right there.
Right
Yeah.
there.
yeah, I
If
was
it
really
puts us
looking.
in there, are we gonna let it go?
No, we're gonna get in on there.
I
We're gonna
mean,
let it keep
no, you're not
going.
gonna
We're
get
not
in, but I'm
gonna close
saying
that one.
the EA
Right, we're
is
not gonna
already
close
put
that
us
one.
in.
Right. We're not gonna close
Yeah,
that
so
one.
we gonna let it go. What I'm trying to say. Make sense?
Yeah, so let me ask this. Let's say because we're gonna be able to close them, our lot size going in, should it be 10 cent or should it be low so that if there's one that does come, consolidation, not a trend line, we're getting out. We're not waiting to be in profit. We're getting out, right?
Yeah, you getting out. But the key is, it's like this. You're gonna hit a lot more take profits. So think about it. If you get in and out, say you get out 10 times,
Mhm.
probably 2 of your take profits going to cover your in and outs.
I got you. Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Is that
I know.
good? And it's good, and I'm glad you asked that question because that's another thing, guys. Like Patrick said, do it in demo and do 20 cent to see and get a feel for your numbers. So
Right.
you know exactly what's going on.
Right.
Don't just dive in live because I want you to understand how the numbers work and how exactly how much should I do lot size or this. I just closed 10 trades at 20 cent. It equals $30, but I won five trades and I made 150. See what I'm saying? I'm up 120.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
That's where you have to understand the numbers. So I hope you guys get that. And I like that question. You guys need to come in on demo, or if you're doing live, you need to come in at 10 cent so you can understand your numbers and understand, okay, how would each closing these trades, how would that affect my bottom line, basically?
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like this. Let's be straight up. Let's think about it. Closing them early sure is not going to affect your bottom line as much as it hitting stop loss, is it? Thank you. You see my point? If you like I told you, I took last week, it was one day, it was 42 or 43 trades in one cycle, one day. And I only had 3 that hit stop loss. The rest of them I closed. So just think about if it was hitting you're hitting full stop loss. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of use it as if you're closing 10 trades, it may be just like equivalent to hitting 2 stop losses. Make sense?
Yep.
Does this make? I'm just trying to give you guys an idea how this works. Closing it, and that's the whole thing. Some people hate to close the trade because they feel like that it's going against them. But then you don't realize how you're saving money, because when it's consolidating, it's really 50-50. I mean, if you're not at a zone, if you're not at structure, it's 50-50 consolidation, because usually it's going to put you in the middle of consolidation usually. And it's 50-50. We don't know if it's going to go up or down. It's a coin flip. So why not just take the early loss and then keep the ones that run and hit your take profit? That's the thought process, and that's what's been happening. Does that make sense?
Yes. Eric, can I ask you a real quick question?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I apologize for going back to the beginning, but I just want to make sure on that trend line on the far right, the one that you drew, that was the second rejection, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to make sure. Because I keep getting confused about when the rejections start. So the first rejection was at the top. That's the first rejection. Second rejection is right there. We'll trade on the third. Okay, I got it.
Yep. This always starts at the top. You got to start somewhere, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
Always count the rejection at the top.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Just like we did over here to the left. We counted the rejection at the bottom. Then we have 2. Then it came back for the third one.
Yes, sir. Okay, I got it.
Yep.
All right, I'm just getting mixed up. Thanks.
No problem. Anybody else?
So the EA is gonna put you in on the third?
It just depends. No, I wish I did have a robot that put you in the third like that. but it most likely it will, because our EA is set up to take trades with the trend. Just understand that. So most likely it probably will, but I can't guarantee it's gonna be every time it bounces off the third or the fourth or whatever, it's gonna put you in. Make sense? I can't, because I'm not a robot. I don't know. If I could pull like this, if I could get that done, I'll be a millionaire. If I could make it do exactly what I wanted to do. But no, I can't say it's gonna put me in the third every time. But most likely it's gonna be somewhere in that area. Because it's basically taking trades with a good trend, if that makes sense. Did that help you out?
Yeah, so basically you wait till the EA puts you in, take a look at it. If there's consolidation, you probably want to get out of it.
Yeah.
Most likely you want to get out of it.
Yeah, if it's and like I said, if I can get the coder, if we can get the coder to put something in place where when it's consolidating, can cut some of these trades that it would put us in half, that's gonna be even better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's less management.
Just less management.
One thing we didn't go over here, when we said trend line, guys, a trend line that's going like this, and really no big angle, even though you may be able to connect it, that's still going sideways, consolidating.
Yeah, that's consolidation. I mean,
if you got one, even this one right here.
Hold on. Just to help you, and I'm glad you brought that up. And we said this earlier, guys. I want you guys to write this down. Established trend lines have how many rejections?
2.
All right. What is the definition of a true trend? What defines a trend?
If it's going up and not
If it's
going
going up,
across.
I'm sorry. If it's going up, what defines a trend, a good trend?
Higher highs and higher lows.
There you go. So that's the two rules. So think about it. If price puts us in I mean, like this trend over here. This is when we killed last week over here, pound hard. Killed this one last week. You see how that trend started all the way up. Every time the EA put me in this trade, all I had to do is look, it's going down and it's creating what? Lower lows, lower highs. So the key is if you got a trend and it's creating lower lows, lower highs, that's it. Those two right there, those are the two most important rules right there. If you remember that, remember those every time you go to look at it, you won't make a mistake. But if it's not creating lower lows, lower highs, then you get out, it's most likely consolidate. Just like right here, now mark this consolidation at the bottom, Kirk. So you see how price is coming down, right? It was coming down nice, and then what it started doing? Sideways. So anything in there, buyers or sales, that the EA puts us in, we're closing. Make sense? Now it's breaking out. Now it's breaking out, right? So now we just need for it to what? Go up, and come back, and we can take that. Make sense? Why? Because it's creating what? It's creating what?
Steps.
Higher low. Make sense? It's that simple, guys. It's write those two rules down. I'm telling you. If you can remember that, and every time you get in a trade, if you can remember, I can draw a confirmed trend line, and it's a buy, it's higher highs, higher lows. Okay, I'm good. It's a sell, I can draw a confirmed trend line. It's doing lower lows, lower highs. I'm good. If it's going sideways, I'm out. It's that simple.
And Eric, it's Jerry.
Yeah, what's up?
That sideways consolidation, is that just saying that it's indecision and until it breaks structure and either go up or go down? Am I correct to say that?
Yeah, that's basically what it is, but we just don't want to trade it.
Right. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah, that's basically what it's doing. It's just indecision because eventually, anytime market trends, it's got to run out of gas somewhere, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna be some exhaustion or whatever, and then the buyers may come in just like now. You saw the trend coming down on the pound odd. Now it started going to consolidate. Now it's trying to do what? Go to the upside. Yeah. And there's no guarantee it's gonna go up the upside. We got to wait till it create another high. Then most likely it is. It could turn around and drop right now, right off the 200. I think that's a 200 EMA. It could just turn around and drop and stay in a downtrend.
Yes, sir.
But for us to take the buy, can somebody tell me? Can you move that yellow box for me, please? Thank you. For us to take this buy, what do we need to happen over here to the right?
Gonna make higher highs.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. We
got our two rejections. So we need price to go up, break the high, come back, and then we'll say we're good. We can take that buy. Because it's creating higher high. Boom. That's it.
Okay.
It's that simple.
So you needed to come back to that trend line before it goes.
It don't have
back
to.
up.
Let me back up. That's top-down analysis. The trade, the EA may put you in before the trend line. Again, I'm good, but I'm not that good, Iris. I wish I could be. That exact. When it gets to the trend line, put us in. Right. On the third one and the fourth one and the fifth one. I can't do that. It should be somewhere around there because the EA triggers on trending on market, on price action and market structure. Price action and market structure is trending. It's basically based on trends. So most likely it will be somewhere around it. So I'm not gonna say it's gonna touch the trend line and whatnot, but it could come close and then turn around and go up. As long as it's what? Creating what? Higher highs,
higher lows.
There you go. Those two things, guys. Those two critical points. Higher highs, higher lows with buys and lower lows, lower and with a confirmed. You can't go wrong with that. Anything in consolidation, you close. That's the name of the game.
Yeah, if we get all that and still lose the trade, it's just the market.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna lose some trade. There's nothing guaranteed. again, guys, I mean, some of the guys that put on my call, just to be straight up, if I had something like that, well, if all of us had something like that, I'm pretty sure you guys wouldn't be on this call tonight.
Oh, that's
If
right.
I had something making money like that, I would be on this call. I'd be down in Miami on my private boat, yacht, or doing something, right? Because I'm not
We
one
all
of those
would be
that's
rich.
gonna brag about how, I'm not one of those gurus or whatever talking about how much money in Lamborghinis and all this kind of stuff, but they still up here trying to sell product. Isn't that funny? Because I'm gonna tell you, if I got a Lamborghini and private jets and all that, I'm not sitting here on a Monday night trying to, teach you guys about an EA and whatnot. I'm just being honest, straight up. So it's not, it ain't gonna, if it's gonna make me that type of money, I wouldn't be up here talking to you guys. I can guarantee that. Y'all
That's
cool,
messed up.
but I'm just being honest.
Well, your
I'm
honest
pretty
ain't the best thing.
Hey, I'm pretty sure. Hey, I'm pretty sure if you were doing the same thing, you won't be up here either.
No, you definitely know I wouldn't be up here.
So just being straightforward with you guys, man. So we feel like this is the best combination, the best strategy for the average person coming in because I think it's very visual. You can see it. The 4 hours is very hard to see and manage. The 1 hour is you can see price action a lot better. So that's why we went to it. Because like I said, you can ask Kirk Tuesday. I was like, yo, if we don't turn this around, we're not doing anything. We shutting it down. Because I'm not putting my name out on nothing that I don't feel good about. And I didn't feel good about being consistent. I mean, I want when I say feel good, I'm talking about consistently making money. Not just going up, make a little bit, come back down, whatever, back and forth.
The average person.
That's not consistent to me. Give and take. You're not really. I want something that's gonna turn the corner. You know what I mean? Where you got a chance to make $500 a week or $1,000 a week. That's what I want. So that's why I didn't feel good about staying with the 4 hour. And if we didn't find and think about this, then we wouldn't be having this conversation because we wouldn't be doing the EA unless Kirk would be doing it by himself because I would be doing it. So I'm just being straightforward. He'll tell you, did I not tell you, Kirk? Didn't I not say it?
Yep.
I said, hey man, this is not working out the way I thought I wanted to work. I said it looks good and it's just not consistent enough for me.
Yep.
Because if I'm gonna put my time in something, I want it to really work. And then here, and you guys can see how you get these runs. You see how that trend there? That's all we're looking for. You got 15 pairs or 10 pairs. That's all we're looking for, those. And the EA will put us in somewhere around it, right? Around those that you might have. And I'm just guessing because I know what the triggers. We may have 2 or 3 entries right there on that EA going up. And all of them hit 20 pips.
Yep.
Make sense? 20, retrace, get in. 20, retrace, get in. 20, retrace, get out. Then we get to the top, then what it does,
We
go
get
sideways.
consolidation and then turn
And
around.
that's when we start closing trades.
Turn around.
But you see where, I think, Nicole, what I'm saying, you see, we catch a trend like that, a run, you may win 4 or 5 trades coming up, but then when you get to the top, you in and out, and you closing. I'm talking about 2 or 3 pips, if you can catch it. You know what I mean? Not 10, 15, or 20. You closing them in 2 to 3 pip time. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
That's the difference.
Gotcha. All right.
All right. That's it for me, guys. I hope that made sense for you guys. And like I said, we're not running, we closing it. I mean, we shut it down when it's at night. The only thing we would do is if we're in good trades before we go to bed, we just let the good trades run and turn the EA off. That way it doesn't put us in. And like I said before, I recommend if you got a full-time job and you can't manage, I mean, I'm telling you right now, with this EA, you can make money just trading it at night when you're home. Real talk. Now, the only way you don't make money trading it at home is if you just got 10 pairs, 8 pairs, and you're not getting a lot of trades. But if you at home and you doing chores and doing whatever, it doesn't take 30 seconds to a minute to look at it. So you may say, I want to start out small till you get used to it, but you may end up doing 20 pairs while you're at home. And just think about it, you may get in 8 to 9 trades that night. You know what I'm saying? So what if you win 6 and lose 2? That's a good night. See you tomorrow night.
Hmm.
Makes it, I'm telling you, you can do it. You can do it.
I believe you.
You can make that type of money. So don't worry about missing it during the day. Just come home when you get home, relax. You know, because people always stressing out on stuff. Now you got something that you can control and just come home and relax. You ain't got to be all stressed out. Turn it on. You get in the trade, look at it, take your time. Get on the training so you can learn and be better at understanding the rules. And I'm telling you, that's it. Turn it off when you go to bed. And like I said, the ones that get up in London, turn it on during London session. It moves at London session. So you can do the same thing in London. Make you some money during London session and turn it off when you're done. Make sense?
Yep.
I got one question.
All right.
So say you in this trade right here where you have this trend line running, right?
Which one? To the
Right, the
right?
one we were looking at. Yeah. No, to the left, to the left.
Yeah, right there.
And it's going up. Okay. I know you can get out anytime you want to, but what makes you get out? What makes you make the decision, well, I'm gonna get out of this trade?
TP.
Who said I want to get out?
Yeah, well, I mean.
Well, hold on. Let me say this. We only going for 20 pips.
Yep.
If you getting out, you know what I mean? And that's another thing, guys. Let me say that. And I'm glad you brought that up, Iris. That's a good point. That's another thing that I want to change because everybody knows I do top-down analysis, I do signals. It probably 30% of my trades, maybe 40, but I'll say 30, and you guys, some of you guys up here, only really takes off 50, 80, 100 pips. Most of them goes around what? 20 in reverse, be honest. So it's like even on the 4 hour, think about it. We trying to do 40, 40, and a lot of times it's going 25, 30 and reverse. That's another part that I didn't like. It's like, but I didn't want to go 20 pips on the 4 hour. Make sense? But it's easy to see 20 pips on the 1 hour. So like Kirk, like measure a company that bounce off the trend line and close to the trend line. I mean, just start on the second one somewhere. Like the second rejection. Not there, not go, well, you can go ahead. Yeah, look at that. That's 22 pips. Go up about midway and do the same thing somewhere if you don't mind, sir. Like right in there. It called for a buy. Look at that. That's 40 pips. You already out of that trade. Go to the next one up top, up here. Come down right there. It gets in right there. You already out of that trade. It went 50. And I'm gonna tell you guys, don't worry about the pips we leave. Get 20 and get out. 20 and get out. Because when you start chasing it, what's gonna happen? It's gonna burst on you, hit your trailing stop, hit break even, get 20. Hey, anybody see my flyer? I put it up a couple times. 100 pips a week will change your life. 100 pips, think about it. 100 pips. 100 pips at $5 estimate. $5 a pip is what? $500. $500 a week is what? There you go. $2,000 or what? A month. $10 a pip at 100 pips is $1,000 a week, roughly. That's $4,000. Don't tell me 100 pips won't change your life.
So you got to have a good amount of money in there to get there to be doing a lot size of $5 a pip.
Well, it depends on when you say good amount of money. What would be a good amount of money for you to trade $5 a pip?
200K.
I ain't getting to trade $5.
200K.
Go ahead.
You know I'm
Whoever said 200K needs to go sit down.
That's that Aggie boy.
Hey, but Iris, how much money you think you need to trade $5 a pip? Just guess. I'm just asking.
$500.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be it.
Iris, I want Iris. I understand Iris, and I want to break down some stuff for some people.
I was gonna say 1,000.
To be honest, a good rule of thumb is $1 lot size for $1,000 for every $1,000.
You got it.
That's conservative.
That's very conservative. And let me say this.
Conservative, yeah.
And but both of them, right? I mean, it's 3%. Usually is industry standard. But what it boils down to is just like I got two different examples. If I can take a $200 account and trade $2 lot size like it ain't nothing.
When
Why?
it's trending too.
Hold up. Let me make sure people understand this. I can take a $200 account and trade $2 lot size like it ain't nothing. Why? Why can't I do that?
Skill set.
Thank you.
It's certain you sure you have all your.
There you go. There you go. That's the difference. It's a skill set. So getting back to it, once you master and understand the EA and you know you can make money with it, then you don't mind going up on your lot size because you know you can do it. Make sense, Iris? Right now, no, you don't know. You got to put time in and do it. But that is where people go, you know, everybody's always thinking, and I had this discussion with one of my members the other day, because everybody always come in here with like, and it does, you know, everybody's like, I need to put 5,000, and they just start now. They just starting out. I need to put 5,000 in. I need to put 10,000 in so I can really trade. And my thing is this, if you put $5,000 in an account and you just start, what you think is going to happen? You might well just hand it to me.
You're gonna blow it. You're gonna blow the account.
Then you're gonna blow the account because you don't have the skill. I don't care how much money you put in there. If you don't understand what you're doing, it doesn't matter. I've done $150 accounts in some of the couple of times just to prove people. It ain't about the money at the end of the day, it's about the skill. I did $150 account and grew it to 1,000 in 7 days. But why? It's because of the skill, and I'm not afraid. I knew what I was doing. But the average person, I'm not putting anybody down, but the average person, if you don't understand the skill, that is why you feel kind of, you know, should I not? This is why I always, and everybody know, I'm always about learning the skill. And this is another thing, just like with this EA, the more you understand how to understand trends, support, resistance, and all that, the more you're gonna be able to take advantage of the EA. Because just like, I'm gonna just call it out. Like I said, you know, I'm gonna call it a spade a spade. The last EA, you know, everybody put that EA down. Everybody, and I'm not really in the EAs, but Kirk last EA. And I told him when I first got on it, what did I tell you, Kirk? What did I tell you about the people that are gonna have, the only people that can have success that EA is what?
People who knew how to trade, people who knew how to support and resistance.
Yeah, because if you knew how to trade, you can make that EA do what you wanted to do, or almost what you wanted to do.
Yeah, almost.
Almost, not perfect, but if you don't know how to trade, and this is the problem with most people, you come in thinking, and I want to make sure you guys understand this. This is not a tool where you just gonna come in and it's just gonna hand out $1,000 bills at the end of the week. I hope so. I hope we teach you and train you and it do what it's supposed to do. But if you think you're gonna just come in and just turn it on and let it do what it's gonna do and make money, then you're wrong. There's nowhere out there. Everybody I think that I've seen out here been around 3, 4, 5 years. Some of you guys may have been less than a year. But I think majority of you guys have been around and seen it, done it, right or wrong.
Yeah.
And there's nothing out there. Just like Kirk was saying, EA. One thing about our EA, most EAs out there, when they do it, what are they doing? They doing 200 stop losses. So they don't lose. I guess if I did a 200 or 300 pip stop loss, I'd never lose. It may take me 2 months for it to come back around, but you know what I mean? I mean, you got to really look at the numbers. You know, I put like this. You guys tell me this. Would you prefer to close 15 trades a day in consolidation or go to an EA with a 200 pip stop loss and being drawn out for 150 pips for 2 weeks?
No, you win 20 trades and then lose 1 at 200 pips.
Hold up. I want somebody to answer the question. Which one?
The closing the trades.
Thank you. You see my point? But most EAs, like you said, most EAs, they have no stop loss or they have 200 to 300 pip stop loss because they're banking on it coming back around. But when it come back around, you sitting in trades a month and a half. But I prefer to sit here and close 10 trades and keep the party moving. You know what I mean? And now you sitting there sweating. Go ahead, question.
Quick question. When you have 3 and 4 trades, pairs, you know, it's running, it's searching 3 or 4 pairs. And let's say 2 of your pairs hit at the same time. how are you gonna see that? Or how do you know? How are you gonna see that? How are you
What
gonna
you
see
mean?
both trades? Do you
What you
have
mean, the
do you
notice
have
in the
your
trade?
screen open on all 8 pairs, or how are you seeing the other pairs and their signals?
Because first of all, the signal, this is two things. You can and then I recommend this because I did this too. You can have your MT4 send you alert for every trade that your MT4, MT5 take, correct?
Yeah, you can.
Or we got a signals check, show the signals check, Kirk, that it may not, if you got MT4, MT5, like I said, 90% of the trades gonna be the same. So over here, I will be in the signals chat, which all you guys will be, and this alerts you. It alerts you, don't unmute it. So every time it alerts, it makes you go and say, okay, let me go see if I'm in that trade. Make sense?
Yeah.
So you should have two different things to help you notify you that a trade has been taken.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
To get the alerts on your panels, if people don't know how, you go to tools on your MT4 or MT5 options and set the enable push notifications and put that MetaQuotes ID in that's on your phone. When you open up your MT4, MT5 on your phone, you go to MetaQuotes ID and copy that number in here, and then you can hit test. When you hit test, it'll send an alert to your phone right then. So every trade that comes through, it's puts it on your phone.
Yeah, and the one thing I don't like about it, but most of you guys are every transaction. So when it takes a trade, when you close a trade, and when it hit take profit, it's gonna notify you.
And yeah, and it's also every time you trade. If you have a trailer, every time your trailer stop moves up a pip, bing, 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 you getting low.
Yeah, but we don't have a trailer.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
And the good thing about this that won't be annoying because a lot of you guys only gonna trade it when you're available, right? So that's gonna cut it. It ain't like you keeping it on 24/7. So you really, it's not gonna be that bad. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That makes sense, guys.
One last thing, I guess I want to talk to people about real quick, Eric, and I hope you don't. Where is it at? Screen, what, my 3. All right, guys. We also have our semi EA that we just opened up. Eric, have you just opened up our paid Telegram Discord group? This is going to be our next one. This is our regular one here, but we're going to be doing different ideas inside of here. So once you become a member, you'll be invited to this server, this channel. And that'll be it.
Yeah, the only reason we're doing that is to keep in the other thing, and I brought this up because in the other Discord, you got 180 people in there. You know what I mean? We only want people that's willing, that's part of the circle that we want to work with. If you 180 just sitting around, I'm sorry, you don't need to be. If we got 180 and only 40 or 50 people are in our this membership and working, those are the people we want in our circle. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I told Kirk we need to separate that. Instead of you got 180. Look, we got 180 people in there. Look how many's on the call. We average 20 people on the call with 180 people in the Discord that you click because you wanted more information about the EA. Make sense? So to me, that's a waste of time to be dealing with them. We want to focus on the people that's actually part of the membership. That is the reason. So, and that's of course only you add it. Hopefully everything goes well the month of February, and you like it, and you make money, and you subscribe in March. If it doesn't, then you won't be in there, and you didn't subscribe, so it doesn't matter. But that's only when you at the end you end up saying, okay, I like it, everything's good, I made some money, I like it, I like to keep it, and you subscribe. Then you go to the private. That's what that's for.
Yep. Any other questions, comments? Because I think my Golden State Warriors are playing right now.
They're gonna lose.
Well, not creating.
That's why you would never be invited to my server.
That is Trader 68. That is what we just said. Members only.
That's why, Gillis. That's why you would never be putting in my server.
The private Discord is the members only.
Did your guys win this their
Kansas City, baby? Kansas
City, all right.
Kansas City. They put it on them. I thought they
Go
were gonna blow it.
Eagles,
I
go
thought they were gonna
Eagles.
blow it at first.
Eagles
They
gonna
not gonna win
win.
the bowl.
Yeah, the Eagles gonna blow. Eagles gonna
E-
blow them out.
Eagles gonna win.
Don't give up on Kansas City. Don't give up.
I ain't giving up, but I'm just being realistic. Mahomes is hurt too still. I mean, shoot, the Eagles
he
gonna
not.
blow them out.
Eagles gonna take it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Eagles.
The
you know,
Eagles gonna blow them out.
Hey, I was born in Philly, but raised as a country boy, so I'm pulling for Philly.
Yeah, I want Kansas City to win, but the Eagles gonna do it to them.
Yeah, Hurts is
They on a different level this year.
Yeah, Hurts is a good.
That's what he's doing to everybody, putting the hurts on them.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
know what? They Hurts getting back at all them folks who counted them out and
Yeah,
Alabama, everybody
Yeah.
else.
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
I'ma
They
show
did
you, I
count them
got
out
him.
too. You're right. They did count them out.
They didn't treat him right in
I
Alabama.
love for them to win. I mean, it's a toss up. Well, you know what? They both have won Super Bowls in the last 5 years. So,
Yeah.
right?
I like Kansas City though. I want Kansas City to win.
Yeah, usually I would pull for the underdog, but they really no underdog here because
No,
they both have just won within the last 4 years, 5 years.
yeah, because they
Yeah.
both number one in their,
But I'm
both number
a-
one in
I'm
their
a-
conference.
But I'm
Yeah,
gonna favor Philly just because I got a lot of peeps up in Philly. So
But they got a young man that caught that interception from Fayetteville, North Carolina on
Yeah.
Kansas City.
Yeah,
oh really? What's his name?
What is his name? What was that boy's name?
I
don't
forgot
know
his name too. He's from Kansas. He's from Fayetteville.
Yep, he from Fayetteville.
I
Play
don't know,
for
but
Fayetteville
Aggie
State.
Trump
Hey,
that.
I remember Spell. What was his name? Played for Chicago. That was from Fayetteville. Spellman or Spell? What do you remember him? You remember he played? He was loud. He was a defensive end. I remember him playing. He was from Fayetteville. He was older. That's back in the day, though.
Yeah, that sounded like he was old.
Joshua Williams.
Yeah, well, no, it was. I think
No,
his
Joshua
name-
Williams on Kansas City. He's from
Oh,
Fayetteville.
okay. Oh, Joshua.
He's from Fayetteville. Yeah,
Where did he play? College.
Fayetteville State.
Fayetteville State.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was defensive back at Fayetteville State.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He went to Jack Britt High School.
Gotcha.
That's in my. Oh wow. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Good night, guys.
Yeah.
Good night.
Any other comments or
Yeah.
questions before we get off, ladies and gentlemen? Anything else?
Aggie
Okay.
Pride, that's it. Cause you know I got to get that in there.
Got to slip that in there right quick. Get that promo in. Add your pride.
Well, quick question. Should we receive an email from you guys to follow the steps?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody who registered and that emailed me before, yesterday I think it was, will get it. Well, everybody has already gotten an email from me saying, okay, I think the email said, okay, I got you.
I didn't receive anything.
Well, then
You haven't seen that-
you out of
I
luck,
didn't
bro.
receive nothing
I'm
either.
just playing. Yeah, yes.
I did.
on, man, y'all.
email. I did email the-
Nicole,
the-
did you email Nicole? Nicole, did you
Nicole.
email me?
Nick Kirk. Now I've been out for 2 weeks for death in the family, and I was thinking that I had to the end of the month, and then I come back home and it's changed. So I need some grace.
Well,
But I did email you, Kirk, so. Remember me?
I need some grace.
here we go.
I need
Need
grace. And
some
You're
grace.
welcome. I emailed you and I will
Hey,
show you my email.
Nicole, you go to church Sunday?
I'm in the family. I'm in the family.
They
I'm
gave
in
you
the
grace
family.
in
I'm in the
church.
family.
Hold on, Nicole.
I was
No.
in the grandfather
We've been
family. I've
doing
waiting
this for 3.5
Hey,
weeks now.
Hey, Nicole.
What?
You in. I got you.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Eric says he got you. He
I
got
got you. Don't worry about
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
You ain't
Thank
gotta
you.
worry about that. I got you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? I don't have you. Just let you know.
Hey.
But that's it, man. That's it for me.
Yep. We'll see.
Hey,
y'all.
hey, I ain't getting no email.
That's because he didn't send an email. And by the way, how do you know? You don't even know how to open up your
That's
email.
Mhm.
you ain't not open the email.
That's why I didn't get the email.
You still waiting on the letter in the mail, right?
I'm still waiting on my email from an easy way to trade.
Mhm.
Maybe it ain't so easy.
FX copy and
FX
paste.
copy and paste. You still waiting on that one. All right,
Yeah.
so I will see y'all Wednesday night.
I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate it. And then on Wednesday, we're gonna turn it loose and You know,
Just set,
let it
Zoom would be
do what
most
it
of
do.
this setup. and
All right.
everything.
Appreciate
All
it,
right.
Trader 68. But
All right, y'all. Have a good
thank
rest of
you
your night.
guys.
Good
All
night.
right. Take it easy.
Thank you.